It's 9:20, so if you got one, spark up. All right. As you can see, no split screen, so it is rant time tonight. um, Yesterday, I had a video I was planning on doing, so I didn't do this rant yesterday. I kind of wanted to, but I had a video I had promised someone I would do. But yesterday, I saw a video pop up about Oregon no longer having the written tests for licenses. 'Cause apparently they are too hard. Mind you, when I first moved out here to Washington, my license had been revoked. Not for any driving violations. I had caught a weed charge in Virginia. Because of the weed charge, they suspended my license. And because of the way my paycheck landed, I was a few days late paying off my fine. So because I was a few days late paying off my fine, they revoked my license. So that's how I lost my license. They revoked my shit for that. At the time, when I got the charge, I didn't even have a car. I was in my house. I was very pissed about that. Kind of bullshit that you catch a charge in your house and don't even have a fucking car and they suspend your license. But, that's Virginia for you. They just look every way they can nickel and dime you. But I came out here. My aunt had went out and got me a little book for studying for the driver's tests, and the only use that book got was as a breakup tray. I didn't open it not once. Mind you, at the time I was 28, hadn't taken the driver's test for 12 years. I got one question wrong. It is mostly common sense. Like, it's really not that hard. However, it is common sense things that you should be learning, like especially first-time drivers. These are things you kind of have to know. And Oregon drivers are already terrible, as are Washington drivers. I'm not going to discriminate. I live in the Northwest. These Northwest drivers are terrible. My biggest complaint when it comes to drivers in the Northwest is merging. See, back east, it's common. You get up to speed in the traffic when getting onto the freeway. You get up to the speed of traffic in the on-ramp or on the on-ramp. That way you can blend in nicely. 'Cause people on the East Coast, they are not going to touch their brakes to let you over. It is up to you to fit in. That's merging. If someone has to slam on their brakes so you can get over, you're not merging. They are yielding, which is bullshit. They shouldn't have to yield. You should be able to fucking just fit in. Because out here in Oregon and in Washington, people like getting onto a 60-mile-an-hour freeway at 35. And in today's distracted driving age, it's a recipe for disaster. All it takes is one person on their phone. You fucking pull out at 35, make people slam on their brakes, causes a chain reaction of slamming on their brakes. My mom used to call it the accumulative asshole effect, that chain reaction of everyone having to hit their brakes because either some asshole fucking pulled out and shouldn't have, or some asshole saw a cop and decided, "Ooh, gotta slam the brakes." Or even like just other random shit. People out here, they hit their brakes for anything. It's ridiculous on the freeway. But yeah, and there has been, this is a gripe I have, partially because it almost got me killed one night when I was driving for Uber. I had a passenger in the back. She was from LA, and we just got done talking about how terrible the drivers are in this area. And we were getting onto the I-5 North on the Morrison Bridge. For those who are familiar with the area, you know that the on-ramp is, you got that short on-ramp and there's a real small merging area and cement barriers with no breakdown lane. Well, I look back and there's an 18-wheeler coming barreling down the freeway at about 60, 70. And the little fucking Scion cube, them little cube fucking things, he's got us at like 38, 40 tops. I had to slam on my brakes. Otherwise, I was going to get pinned in between that cement barrier and that 18-wheeler. And we would not be having this conversation. Because that would not help. I likely wouldn't have survived that. Or my passenger that I had. And luckily for the person in the little cube thing, there was nobody in the left lane, and the driver was able to swerve over. Because the driver, I'm telling you, less than a foot, he missed that little cube, barreling down at 70, and that Scion was still not even going. Like, I was able to catch up to that Scion real fast. And I, told my passenger as we were coming up on the car, sorry, I'm gonna have to be a little unprofessional, but this guy almost got us killed. I'm flipping him off when we go by. And she was like, well, shoot, he almost got me killed too, so I will flip him off with you. And we flipped them off together. It was awesome. 5-star passenger right there. Yeah, that was, even if she ain't tipped me, I can't remember if she did or not. Even if she ain't tipped me, you flip people off with me, we good. But yeah, so people, especially those in the Northwest, learn to merge. The on-ramp is for getting up to speed, the speed of traffic. When you get like a good quarter mile, half mile on-ramp, you shouldn't be doing 35, 40 getting onto a 60 mile an hour freeway. You should be at least 60, if not 65. If you got tuck in behind someone, just let off the gas. You slow down a little bit, get in. You don't got to slam on your brakes, because you start that reaction of everybody slamming on their brakes. It was so bad on the 500 going to the 205 South. Like, it would get so backed up because in rush hour, because people can't merge, that they reconfigured it so that the people getting on had their own lane. And people still, like, you have your own, like, they took it from 3 lanes down to 2, and then the 3rd lane picks back up. And it's a lane, it doesn't turn into an exit. You can take that lane all the way into Oregon. That lane is forever a lane. And you will still have people getting on the freeway at 35. They don't even got to get over. Like, their job is just to get up to speed. That's all they got to do. You're in a lane. Just go. They'll still try and pull over into the middle lane at 35, 40 miles an hour. And it's like, yo. But yeah, that was just something that was bothering me. Had to get some off my chest. And hopefully maybe some people from the Northwest see this. And either they agree with me because they know how to drive, or they learn how to drive. Because, yeah, this shit, it's deadly. I've purposely missed the light. Like, the light was yellow. I could have made it. But I purposely stopped just because I wanted to have less of a chance that I would get on behind somebody. Like, that's how bad it is out here. And it causes a lot of traffic backups. Like, the amount of people in this area, there's not enough for it to be the traffic to be this bad. It's almost as bad as it was when I was living by DC, which has a population, that whole little area, the population is like 10 times what it is here. Yet the traffic is almost equal. But yeah, that was my little rant. Thanks for watching. If you made it all the way through, leave a comment. Let me know your opinion on everything. If you like my rant, go ahead hit like. If you didn't like it, hit the dislike. Tell me why you ain't like it. Links to my merch will be in the description. Other than that, y'all have a nice night. Stay blazing.